From the PEP Radio Newsroom, we have breaking news. The U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday cleared the way for President Donald Trump's plans to downsize the federal workforce despite warnings that critical government services will be lost and hundreds of thousands of federal employees will be out of their jobs. The justices overrode lower court orders that temporarily froze the cuts, which have been led by the Department of Government Efficiency. The court said in an unsigned order that no specific cuts were in front of the justices, only an executive order issued by Trump and an administration directive for agencies to undertake job reductions. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson was the only dissenting vote, accusing her colleagues of a demonstrated enthusiasm for greenlighting this president's legally dubious actions in an emergency posture. Jackson warned of enormous real-world consequences. This executive action promises mass employee terminations, widespread cancellation of federal programs and services, and the dismantling of much of the federal government as Congress has created it, she wrote. The High Court action continued a remarkable winning streak for Trump, who the justices have allowed to move forward with significant parts of his plan to remake the federal government. The Supreme Court's intervention so far has been on the frequent emergency appeals the Justice Department has filed, objecting to lower court rulings as improperly intruding on presidential authority. Tens of thousands of federal workers have been fired, have left their jobs via deferred resignation programs, or have been placed on leave. There is no official figure for the job cuts, but at least 75,000 federal employees took deferred resignation, and thousands of probationary workers have already been let go. Let me put this simply. Further cuts at the Department of Commerce's NOAA and the National Weather Service mean that more people will not receive severe weather warnings in enough time to avoid disastrous consequences, as we saw in Texas. Further cuts to the Food and Drug Administration mean that our food supply will not be properly inspected for safety reasons. People will get sick and suffer as a result. Cuts to the Internal Revenue Service mean that taxpayers will have to wait longer to get information regarding their income tax questions resolved. People will die, but so what? That seems to be the Trumpian mantra. All that matters is that non-white people will be deported because the Trump regime increased the budget for ICE to about the same level as most third world countries spend on all their militaries combined. We will have further updates on the morning news tomorrow morning. From the PEP Radio Newsroom, I'm David Moore reporting.